more so than the apology, because I'm doing all I can over here. You know what I'm saying? You see me fidgeting back and forth trying to get things right, man. But you gotta power through it. You still
gotta power through it. Hey,
still gotta make a play.
Hey, you still gotta make a play.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna get this win. Huh?
If you gonna play with a bad shoulder, guess what? You gotta still be in man-to-man coverage, or else get off the field, let somebody else take your play.
We gonna get this dub, man. I don't care about none of that. You know, we're gonna make sure of it.
Because people call them reasons. I call them excuses.
yeah. That's what it is.
But that's just me. I'm a grumpy old man. Us old school dudes, we are hardcore. We don't believe in all this ifs, ands, and buts and shoulda, wouldas, and coulda. All we worry about is what you did.
What it is.
What did you do? You lost. You looked horrible.
Yeah.
You looked terrible. You didn't look good in no phase of the game.
Yeah.
Your special teams even look terrible. Defense looked terrible.
Yeah.
All of that. So I'm not sure,
So I made a special graphic to kind of prove my point, and I wonder what you think about this. Ooh, that sounds good.
Okay, yeah.
We just got that dub.
Yeah,
We winning this. Hey, it's blowout fashion now. You know what I'm saying? We just turned into Green Bay first quarter on them boys. All right, so we just got that pick 6 on them. So I made a special graphic, right? And I know you're a math man, right?
Yeah, right.
You're a numbers guy. I'm a numbers guy. Everything in math ain't numbers, right? I already kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, the kind of a precursor set up with that common denominator comment that I made. So we're going to call this a common DAC-nominator.
Okay.
Right?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna look at this pattern and we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back to dead. So, I mean, goodness, how many times we got to go through this and see this thing? So it's going, the pattern right now is going player, coach, player, coach, player, coach. We let go of Dez. We let go of Jason Garrett the following year. Next year, we let go of Amari Cooper. Right. After that, we let go of Kellen Moore.
Right.
Then we let go of Zeke.
Right.
Then we're talking about letting go of Mike McCarthy. The only one that's got anything to do with all of these people losing their jobs is Dak Prescott.
No.
He's been in this, and Jerry Jones, of course, the man that's put him in place.
And Tony Romo, because he had more to do with Jason Garrett, coached him all those years. And let's go back.
No.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
I can't put Romo. Romo has not played. Romo didn't play with Amari. Romo didn't play with Kellen. Romo didn't play with Zeke.
He played with
Romo didn't play with McCarthy. You know what I'm saying?
Dez, he played with Jason Garrett.
He played half a season with Zeke.
Yeah.
So the only person that is the link to all these people.
No, we can't.
Outside of Jerry Jones, is Dak Prescott.
So let's not just start there. This is the whole problem. It goes back. We went through this same thing 12 or 13 years with Tony Romo. High expectations, low results. And let me explain something to y'all people about the Cowboys.
Romo was a guy that, had low expectations when
Romo didn't get it done just like Dak now. So we're gonna skip all the Romo this, Romo that.
Yeah, he
didn't get it done. Romo only got 3 playoff wins.
Yep.
And about 7 playoff losses. So we gonna go back. Let me give y'all a little history on the Dallas Cowboys.
Nobody knew who Tony Romo was before he was the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Nobody knew who Dak was.
Absolutely we did, because he was the quarterback for Mississippi State when they were number 1. And as soon as they got to number 1, what happened? They lost. Just like he does now.
He was number. Dak was a 4th round draft. I never heard of Dak until he got drafted by the Cowboys.
Well, I watched him in Mississippi State.
He didn't do nothing at Mississippi State. They didn't win a lot of games.
He pulled them up to they were number 1 ranked when Dak was the quarterback there for 1 week. One week.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And as soon as they played somebody good, he lost. The same track record.
But let me give you a history on Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks. Our first quarterback was Eddie LeBaron. We were a expansion team.
Yep.
And then we got Don Meredith. Mm-hmm. At that time, there was no Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. The NFL, they had the AFL and the NFL championship.
Yeah.
That was like the championship.
Yeah.
Don Meredith took us to the NFL championship, and we lost on the last play of the game.
But he took you there.
But he took us there.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got Craig Martin. Mm-hmm. Craig Martin got us in the playoffs, and then Roger Staubach came. Then we had a quarterback controversy. This is how Dallas quarterbacks work. We had a quarterback controversy. Staubach won, so we shipped Craig Martin to Denver. And before he left, Craig Martin took us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, Craig Martin and Roger Staubach are meeting in the Super Bowl.
So he took another team to the playoffs and won some games in the playoffs.
Yeah, so these are the quarterbacks we had. And then we got Danny White. As bad as people talk about Danny White gave us the lead in the NFC Championship game twice.
Yeah.
And then we went through the Quincy.
So he got to the NFC Championship game. Okay.
And gave us the lead with less than 3 minutes to play.
So he won some playoff games.
Yeah. So he did that. Okay. And then we went through all the Quincy Carters and all of them. That they wasn't no quarterback. Then we got Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Every quarterback we have had has pretty much got it done. I mean, that has quarterbacked us for those many years.
Yep.
Besides Tony Romo and Dak Prescott.
Well,
that's why we don't like those two guys.
Did you know this?
That's why we don't like them, because they haven't even came close to getting it done.
In the history of the NFL, Dak Prescott has the lowest winning position, the lowest winning percentage of any quarterback. He's tied with 2 other quarterbacks that have at least played 5 playoff games. He has a .286 winning percentage in the playoffs. He's beaten up constantly for the only thing he's been.
Jackson?
No,
he's only 1-4. That's 25%.
No, he's 1-3.
No.
I said 5-game minimum.
Yeah,
a 5-game minimum.
Okay.
Dak Prescott is 2-5 along with 2 other guys. That's a .286 winning percentage.
Who else are the 2 other guys?
I can't think of the other guys' names right now.
Okay, that's all fine. So Dak is not getting it done.
Dak does not get it done. You can't count on him. We got to move on. We have to move on. We got to move on.
So who is the other guy? Got to be Tony Romo.
It's not Romo.
What?
It's not Romo.
Romo has got 3 wins and 6 losses or 7 losses in the playoffs.
He's got 3 wins.
So
it ain't 7 losses. So 7 losses.
Dak is 28%.
0.286 percentage.
So that's 28%.
Yeah,
he's won 28% of it.
We'll see.
Romo could have won over 30%. It's not like it's a big difference. So what is 1 and 4? What percentage is that? 33%. It's a lot of quarterback. That's terrible. If you're not over 500,
you talking about Lamar?
Listen to me. If you're not over 500 in the playoffs, you are a losing quarterback in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Josh Allen just got to 5 victories. It's only 2 or 3 quarterbacks got a winning record in the playoffs. So it don't matter if you're 28 or you're 31, you can't win the playoffs. You got to be over 500.
I'm just talking about the math, though.
Okay, let's
with
talk
a
about the
5-game
math.
minimum. I'm just talking about the fact. Yeah. You can't argue the numbers.
No, you can't argue the numbers. No,
right?
you absolutely.
Dak is
and you
2
can't
and
argue
5.
the number that Lamar is 1 and 3, and if he don't get it done, he's in the same category as Dak Prescott. Exactly.
He will be.
Exactly.
He will be, but I got a feeling he's going to get it done.
That's all I want them to quit saying. They're acting like Lamar done won the Super Bowl, and he hasn't. Quit acting like Josh Allen done won the Super Bowl, and he hasn't. Quit acting like Justin Herbert is won the Super Bowl. He ain't even made the playoffs.
Josh Allen's won this past weekend. He's performed. Josh Allen's a playmaker. When's the last time you saw Dak make a play? Like a legit play, other than a routine play.
We going back to this playmaking game manager. Okay, Josh Allen is a playmaker. So what has it got Josh Allen?
Well, right now he's riding. They looking good.
Right now, he won 1 game. I mean, Lamar Jackson is a playmaker. He's 1 and 3 in the playoffs. All I'm saying, you got to have some teammates, and these playmaker guys are overrated compared to game managers.
They're winning games. Buffalo's winning games because of Josh Allen. Baltimore's winning games because of Lamar Jackson. Kansas City's winning games because of Patrick Mahomes. Tampa Bay's winning games because of Baker Mayfield. Right?
They were
Detroit's winning games.
They were 9 and 8, so they didn't win that many games because
Detroit's winning games. He's a first-year quarterback at that team.
So everybody's winning games because of their quarterback. Some of these teams are winning because
everybody in the playoffs.
Because of their quarterback, right. And all the teams that's not in the playoffs is because of their quarterback, right.
Well, they bad teams.
Bad teams, okay.
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, my point that I'm making
denominator
is,
in Dallas not doing well is our last 2 quarterbacks. And this is the thing. This is why I'm so exhausted. It didn't start with that. It's been going on. What's 13 plus 8?
21.
21. The last 21 years, we've had high expectations with quarterbacks that's supposed to get it done, and we hadn't got it done. Dak ain't got it done. The quarterback before him didn't get it done. So I don't care about if you 31% in the playoffs, or you 28% in the playoffs,
Still
or you 35. If you are not at least 60% in the playoffs, if you have won more games than you lost in the playoffs, let's not talk about you.
All right.
Let's not talk about you.
What I'm saying is
We can't talk about Lamar because he's 1-3 in the playoffs.
We need to move on from Dak, is my point.
Who we going to get?
We already got a number 1 draft pick sitting there.
That ain't played in 3 years that 2 other teams didn't want.
Hey.
Two other teams
Jordan Love hadn't played in 4 years, and he came out and dogged us out. Yeah, we got a guy. We got a guy named Trey Lance. I'd rather move on from Dak and start building something new and looking forward to the future than continuing to be insane.
So that means everybody in the league got to move on from their quarterback.
It's insanity, huh?
I'm just saying. So everybody that's not in the playoffs, it's only 8 teams left.
Yeah.
It's 32 teams, right?
Yeah.
So that means 24 teams need a new quarterback.
I mean, it ain't that many quarterbacks going around.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But
it ain't that many quarterbacks, so who we gonna get?
Hey, some of the quarterbacks that didn't make the playoffs, I'd rather
if
have
we
over
gonna move
Dak.
on from Dak, let's move on from DeMarcus Lawrence. Let's move on from all these other underperforming guys.
DeMarcus Lawrence been balling though. What I'm saying is
until Sunday, Dak had been balling too until Sunday. Dak had had some good games.
One good game against the Commanders. He didn't play good against Detroit.
He led the league in touchdown passes. Come on, John.
It's all bull. It's all bull. It's all BS. I don't care if it ain't. If it's not. If it's not against quality.
We're going by numbers.
I can't argue that.
They won 12 games. They won 12 games. It's only 6 teams won 12 games.
Yeah.
So he's a regular season quarterback.
Hey,
he's not a playoff quarterback.
Hot air balloons and airplanes fly at the same height, but I'd rather be in the airplane than the hot air balloon.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So Dak is a hot air balloon.
You only got 2-3 airplanes.
I'd rather be in an airplane.
Exactly, but you ain't got many to choose from.
I'd rather be in an airplane than a hot air balloon.
You can either stay where you at or catch a hot air balloon because all the airplanes is gone.
It goes somewhere.
Because the only airplanes that I can vouch for at this moment is Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's not in the playoffs.
Okay, well he's not. Well, the only one I can vouch for is Patrick Mahomes because everybody else in the playoffs got a losing record.
Baker Mayfield's making throws.
Baker Mayfield, this is
driving the ball down the field.
Come on,
sustaining
don't talk to me about a guy who ain't even been in the playoffs.
He took Cleveland to this is his second team.
He lost.
He still took. He lost to who? The eventual Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter who you lose to. When you lose,
he didn't lose first round.
So he didn't lose first round.
He didn't lose in the wild card.
He didn't lose in the. He only got one playoff win. He only got one playoff win.
Well,
Baker got 0.
No,
he got wins. That was his first playoff win.
No. He won with Cleveland in the
one
playoffs.
Game. So he got 2 playoff wins.
Yeah, same amount as Dak, and been into the playoffs twice.
Been to the playoffs twice.
And got as many as Dak.
So what did he win?
I mean, nothing.
What did he win? Nothing. Okay. Let's not talk about guys that haven't won.
I mean, that's like saying let's not talk about Charles Barkley and say he's horrible because Jordan beat him. You know, it's the same thing. You can't when you have a guy that's just that dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Not Baker Mayfield.
I'm not saying Baker Mayfield's dominant, but he's a winner. I say that much.
Where has he won?
Cleveland, Tampa Bay.
How come Cleveland got rid of him?
Because they wanted more. They wanted more.
How many years was he?
He won the Heisman. He won the Heisman in Oklahoma.
Don't even talk about college.
I'm just
because so many busts. So I mean, this is the whole thing.
He won. He's a winner.
So how many years did he play with Cleveland?
2, 3.
3 years. How many playoff wins did he get? 1.
Yeah,
there's
still
only 2 airplanes, 2 or 3 airplanes. The rest of y'all is hot air balloons.
Hey, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is
golf.
He'll turnover.
Golf. He won the Super Bowl, didn't he? Or got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Matthew Stafford had just lost in the playoffs, won the Super Bowl. He's another airplane.
No.
He won the Super Bowl. How can he not be? He got a winning record in the playoffs.
They won with defense.
Yeah, no. That offense put up points in that Super Bowl. They had 2 great running backs.
Who was the MVP of the Super Bowl?
Was it Aaron Donald?
I think so. Thank you.
Was it? I'm not sure.
Thank you.
It was Aaron Donald?
They won with defense.
I don't know. It might have been Matthew Stafford.
No. I think
it might have been Matthew Stafford.
I think it was Aaron Donald.
I'll look it up.
Look it up, but I'm just saying, Matthew Stafford is not an airplane. That's why Detroit. He was in Detroit 10 years and didn't do nothing until he got with a team that had a good
We're talking
defense.
about Detroit,
Huh?
We're talking about Detroit. Didn't nobody do nothing until this year with Detroit. Nobody. Brad
Because guess
Sanders,
what? Detroit got the
Megatron,
quarterback the
nobody.
Rams didn't want, and now they doing better than the Rams. So that goes to show you.
That's
it's about your
coaching and your
teammates
team
too.
as well. But
This
I'm
the
saying,
whole thing.
but this number 4 right here is the common denominator.
No.
To all these guys losing jobs, and we keep making
No, he's
excuses
not.
for him.
No, he's not.
We keep making excuses for him, and everybody else is the
I'm
problem.
not making no excuses.
Everybody
for
else
him.
is the problem.
I ain't making no excuse for that.
I ain't either.
I ain't never
He
said I
trash.
like
Dak,
that.
he trash, dog.
I haven't ever said that I like that. All I said is that these other guys are no better. These other guys are hot air balloons until they win. All of them hot air balloons, since you're going to make that analogy. Right now, until this weekend, Lamar Jackson, you are a hot air balloon because you've went 4 times and you haven't win anywhere.
Cooper Kupp was the MVP. I wonder how he got the ball.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how he got the ball.
He got open.
Hey,
got open.
and Matthew Stafford threw that bad boy.
Yeah,
to him.
absolutely.
He saw him and threw it to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
But our receivers can't get open, so you can't throw it to them.
I mean,
they can't get open. Now, was our receivers open Saturday?
Sunday? Yes.
After they got 20 points behind. In the
No.
All those balls no, come on.
Let me say that. I was there. I was watching from a bird's eye view.
from the TV.
Just because Dak throws it to the guy don't mean he had the right decision. He made the wrong decision several times.
Okay.
I saw Turpin running down the field wide open. I saw Ferguson on that pass, on that interception. Ferguson was one-on-one. He was the wide out on that play. Mismatch immediately. If I'm quarterback, I see the mismatch, I'm going to Ferguson right here on this play for this 3rd and 6. Instead, he goes and try to force it to CeeDee Lamb, right? Dak made the wrong decision time and time again. They say CeeDee Lamb had 2 drops. Those were bad passes.
No, he had 4 drops.
I'm talking about early in the game.
Yeah.
Those were bad passes.
He had 4 balls.
That ball that was right here, it was there before he even turned. Bro, I'm 7 yards away. You can't be throwing a ball 100 miles an hour.
I've seen receivers catch that ball before.
Man, that
if
ball
that
was past him when
if
he
that
turned
would have
around.
been Dez or Michael Irvin, they would have caught it. We're talking about some of those balls that he dropped when he was battling with the DB. If that would have been Dez, because I've seen Dez do it too many times, take the ball from the DB. I've seen Michael Irvin do it too many times, take the ball from. I ain't never seen CD take a ball from the DB.
Possibly. I can't.
All I'm saying is that when you run Dak off, I'm not saying don't run him off. Just send some company with him. Don't send him in a car by himself. Don't send him in a hot air balloon by himself.
And they sent Jason Garrett off by himself. They sent Zeke off by himself. They sent Kellen Moore off by himself. They sent Amari Cooper off by himself. They sent Dez off by himself. Send Dak by himself. Get up out of here, Dak.
Okay.
Get up out of here, Dak, and let's keep rolling. And if we have a down year and we building towards something, I'd rather be building towards something than to continue doing this with Dak.
Your defense gave up 30-something points, and you're going to blame it all on Dak.
I'm going to blame it on Dak. I'm going to blame it on Dak because of this. Yes, we should have made that first stop, but it was 7-0 for a while, right? And it was 7-0. It was 7-0, and then our defense came on the field. Then our offense came on the field, 6 plays, punted. Right?
And then
they got one first down.
And then they went and scored.
Nope,
they scored their first 2 possessions.
How they score? Because our defense came after that first possession, then we went 6 and out. Right? We got one first down, we punted. Right? Our defense stopped them. They punt. And what happens next? Dak throws an interception in the red zone.
Right.
17 yards. Touchdown.
Red zone.
Yeah, it was a red zone. Yeah, they were in the red zone.
The first one to Cook.
That first interception was in the red zone.
Oh, the DB.
The DB
took the ball from Cook.
Yeah.
Took it from Cook. Cook too little. So let me tell you like this. It wasn't a great throw.
Bad decision.
But if he would have been a better receiver, he would have caught the ball.
Bad decision.
Been a different receiver. Even Michael Gallup would have stopped the DB from just going through him. He went. So this is the thing.
Brady wouldn't have thrown that ball there.
Who wouldn't have?
Brady wouldn't have thrown that ball there. A good quarterback would not have thrown that ball there.
Use Baker.
I said Brady.
Brady. Oh yeah, Brady wouldn't have did that.
He wouldn't have thrown that ball there.
Because he's a better game manager.
He's a better quarterback.
He's a better game manager.
A better decision maker.
Don't compare Dak to Brady.
I'm comparing Dak to a good quarterback. A great quarterback.
You
which
can't.
he
He's
is
not a great quarterback.
He's not. Absolutely.
He's not a great quarterback.
Absolutely, he's not.
Whoever said he was great? I
A
never said
lot
he
of
was
people
great.
keep saying that.
I
a lot
have
of people
never
keep
said
saying
that.
he's the.
You
about
have
to be
never
the-
heard
I
me
didn't
say Dak
you.
Prescott.
I didn't say
What
you.
I have said is that these other guys haven't proved that they are any better. That's my point.
Well, they are better. They're good enough to take their teams further than what Dak has proven that he can't do.
Who done took their teams farther than Dak has?
Baker?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he has. In the second round this year.
He won one game.
Hey,
He
two
won one
games.
game.
Two games.
Two games.
Same
so,
as that.
So
And less opportunities.
But what about Lamar? But it's the same percentage. Look at the percentage. But how many games have you played? If you're not over 500, let's not talk about you as a playoff quarterback.
Lamar's only been in the playoffs. He's only been in the playoffs 3 times.
Who is that?
Lamar.
How long have you been in the league? 6 years?
He was hurt. And
That's another excuse. That's an excuse. If your best ability is your availability. If you're not available, that means you're no good.
That's why there's a 5-game minimum, right? That's why there's a minimum. Dak.
Okay, so
there's
Lamar
guys that
got
have
4 games. He's won 1. There's no proof that you're an airplane. 1-4 in the playoffs sound more like a hot air balloon. 1-4 in the playoffs.
He 1-3. He 1-3 right now.
I mean, yeah, 1-3.
See.
Just it sounds like you're a hot air balloon. You're a hot air balloon until you fly like a plane. That's all I'm saying. None of these guys have flew like a plane. Nobody but Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Flacco and all those guys. That's history. Aaron Rodgers. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about guys that are actually playing now. Joe Flacco come off the couch. Quite naturally, he got a lot of playoffs wins. But out of the guys in the league right now, you only got 2 airplanes, and everybody else is hot air balloons. I'm using your analogy. And we're going by the numbers.
Yeah, I was about to
We're
ask
going by
you.
the numbers.
Simply, I'm going to ask you this one question.
What?
Math. What other player on the team is the common denominator to all these guys other than Dak?
No, Dak is not. Tyron Smith been there the whole time. Zach Martin been there the whole time. D. Lawrence been there the whole time. They the common denominators too. They haven't done nothing.
Nobody talks about O-line and D-line.
Yes, they do. Because
D. Lawrence had a great year this year.
They are okay. So the year Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl the first time, he won the Super Bowl, and then the next year when he didn't win, they talk about the O-line. He need 2 guards. He need an O-line. Then Kansas City when they got some O-line, and then they come back and win again.
Well, let me rephrase my question. What impactful player has been the common denominator to the Dallas Cowboys besides Dak?
That's my point exactly. DeMarcus Lawrence ain't been impactful. Zach Martin haven't been impactful. Dak Prescott haven't been impactful.
Those guys are Pro Bowl offensive linemen. You know,
but,
I'm just saying.
So
why
did Dak get sacked 4 times? So why did Dak get? If Zach Martin blocked so good, Dak got sacked 4 times the other day.
Can't make a decision. Hold the ball too long.
No, some of that was they was on top of him as soon as he snapped. As soon as he tried to run the play.
Oh
yeah, I did.
I didn't see that.
Because you looking with biased eyes, Jay.
I'm not biased. Hey, I want Dak to win.
I'm not saying
Dak to succeed, but he's not. And
you gotta get what I'm saying straight, Jay. I'm not saying Dak Prescott is not a great quarterback, but all these other guys, Lamar hasn't proven it either. All these other guys have not proven that they are airplanes and not hot air. Okay, so
that's like when my son comes to the house and I get on to him for doing something. He like, well, such and such did it. Like I'm talking about Dak.
Exactly.
I ain't talking about nobody else but Dak. Do you believe in this guy to carry your team to the Super Bowl? Do you think he got a Super Bowl in him? 1. Do you think Dak has a Super Bowl victory in him?
He has this is the thing. I don't go on hypothetical. Do we have one in him? No, because he ain't got one.
Yeah, he ain't got one.
It's only Patrick Mahomes got one in him. Who else got one in him? Who else got one?
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford got one in him. Everybody else don't have one. In him.
But can
Lamar don't have one in him because he ain't did it yet.
Okay, let's move it back a notch. Do you believe Dak can win playoff games?
He won 2 already.
And he's lost 5.
Yeah, exactly. Lamar's won 1. He lost 3.
So if Dak is a quarterback next year, what's your expectation for the Cowboys?
The same thing.
A playoff loss.
Yeah.
Early round exit.
Exactly.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not. I don't,
Let's move on. It's time to move on.
I don't expect Dak by himself. First off,
it's
you got to get some.
time to move on.
Yeah, time to move on because these boys is sorry, and the rest of. And all I want to say is that I really can't say. Man, we got a saying that I can't. I don't even want to say on.
Say it, Unc. Say it.
I don't want to say it on the show.
Say it, Unc. Say it. Say it. Come on, Unc. Say it.
You want me to say
it?
If I say it, people might think of me different.
Say it, Unc.
You want me to say it?
Say
okay. This is what we say when we watch football.
Yeah. Say it, Unc.
You want me to say it?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
This is what we say when we are when we're at home. Nobody can hear us.
Hey, y'all.
Me and some of my homeboys.
Do not think different of my uncle after the statement because I asked him to say it.
When we watch football, anybody, from watching football since the 60s up until now, this is what we say this is the joke we say. It's a bunch of sorry MFers playing against each other.
Yeah.
A bunch of.
Yeah.
So when I see Dak, Green Bay ain't got no hell of a team.
No, they don't. They about to get beat next week.
Buffalo ain't got no hell.
Buffalo
ain't got no hell of a team.
Buffalo might do something though.
Yeah, get beat by Kansas City.
That's
what they're going to do. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, it's going to be a good game, huh? It's going to be a good game.
All I'm saying is that this is how Dak Prescott got $160 million. This is how Deshaun Watson got $250 million on what they might do. What they might do. I don't go by what you might. You might win a Super Bowl, Lamar, but I can go on what you have done. Dak, you might win a Super Bowl, but I go what you have done. Josh Allen, you might win a Super Bowl, but I go on what you have done. You ain't did nothing. You're a hot air balloon.
For the past 5 years,
you're a hot air balloon.
People have been looking at me crazy because I have consistently said that Dak is not that guy.
Oh, I never said he was, but who you gonna get?
As bad as I want him to be that guy.
I want him to be that guy too, but this is the only thing.
He's not that
Who
guy.
You gonna get?
We got Trey Lance. We got a first-round draft pick.
and this is the whole thing. Trey Lance.
And you know what? If we let go of Dak, that's a lot of cap spaces that opens up.
And I'm going to tell you like this.
And Trey Lance
until somebody
can do something.
If Trey Lance cannot change the culture of this team, he's going to be a loser too. Somebody got to come in and change the culture, whether it's offense or defense. And I thought Michael Parsons was going to be that guy to change. But he came in, he adapted to the culture rather than changing it. Because when he's not doing good, he go to the sideline and look pitiful and drop his head also.
Well, we drafted Michael Parsons to be a linebacker. And this is the same thing that the front office did with Dak. We drafted him to be a backup. We drafted Michael Parsons to be a linebacker. They saw that he also has great pass rush ability and have completely gone away from what we drafted him to be. That's not Micah's fault. He is not an end guy. He's not a D end.
Yeah.
Right? Because when it comes to that run, he is extremely undersized.
Let me sum it up. Like
just like Dak was supposed to be a backup, and when he did his job and won a few games, they gave him the starter role.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's front office.
That's what I say, Jerry
issues.
Businessman.
Yeah.
He making money.
Yeah.
Not Super Bowls.
Like
Jerry Jones is making money, not Super Bowls, and that's the problem. He got the star, he got the stadium, and as soon as gambling start in Texas, he already got the resort at the star. He's gonna put Jerry is a visionary in business.
Yeah.
But he's a horrible general manager.
Yeah.
He's a horrible general manager.
So can you do you think I'm gonna ask you this?
Belichick?
No.
What?
I don't like that idea.
No,
that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Belichick, he's not for the 2024s. You know, Belichick's time is done.
First off, Jerry's not going to hire nobody going to tell him no.
What about Jimmy? Would you bring Jimmy back?
No, Jimmy ain't coming.
Is Jimmy done? Jimmy chilling in Miami on Fox?
No, I wouldn't bring Jimmy back.
Hey, the other day when Jimmy gave his halftime speech. You know, he
What
was
he
crunk.
said? Huh?
He said, "Hey, y'all need to get your rears in gear." Like Jimmy was mad.
Oh yeah.
And
'cause he
then
was
Michael
terrible.
Strahan tried to crack a joke, and Jimmy did not crack a smile.
No.
Jimmy was dead serious about that.
No.
You know, he don't like seeing his Cowboys like that. That's what I
I
want to
don't
see.
either. And this the whole thing. All I'm saying is that we need to get somebody. Just don't run Dak off willy nilly.
Don't run Mike McCarthy off.
Huh?
I like McCarthy.
Okay.
I like McCarthy. I
Almost
told
said-
you why I like McCarthy.
Oh yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that on the show.
I like
But I'm
McCarthy.
gonna tell you like this.
But McCarthy's
I
one.
didn't like him when they hired him. Because this is what I asked my homeboys. They said, "Oh, the Cowboys hired Mike McCarthy." I said, "What for? What for?"
I mean, he's won 36 games in 3 years, huh?
yeah.
And lost 15.
Yeah, and he done blew, and he done managed time management bad every year.
Yeah.
And every year we get in the playoffs, we won and done. So he's like everybody else. He's just a hot air balloon. He ain't no
But
outlier.
he's not playing on the field. And again, he's calling the right plays. Look, obviously. Again,
No, he ain't calling the right play.
Again, I go back to that first or that pick six that Dak threw. Okay, obviously it is clear as day. If I line my 6'7" tight end up wide against a 5'10" cornerback for a 3rd and 6 play, it's an obvious mismatch. Why am I forcing the ball to CeeDee Lamb? Why?
Maybe because Ferguson has dropped so many during the year.
Ferguson has balled out this
The
year.
last 3-4 games, but early in the year, Jack,
Ferguson has balled out much longer than 3 or 4
Go pull it up
games,
every week. I was talking about the passes that Ferguson
first
dropped.
few games.
So therefore, this is
The
what
first
I'm.
few games. But
Okay.
Ferguson has been balling this year for the Cowboys, huh? Like straight up, and people like,
Nah, he did.
the run game ain't doing that because people can stack the box because they are not threatened, not one iota by Dak. They ain't threatened for him to run, and they certainly ain't threatened.
And this is the whole
he ain't
thing.
threatened to pass.
No matter how you can pass, if you got a top level receiver, you ain't gonna put 8-9 in the box.
Oh, they got CD, and CD is a top level. He's proven that. He proved it.
He proved he's a front runner like everybody else on it. He proved
CD.
he's a front runner just like Dak Prescott, like Michael Parsons, like D. Lawrence, like Zach Martin. All of them are front runners. When it really counts, none of them didn't.
I can't say that about CD.
CD
can't
didn't
throw
play
to
good.
himself.
To
CD
me,
can't throw to
it's just
himself.
my personal opinion. The first CD only played good when they got 20 points down, and that's because they let up off of it.
No,
yes, he did.
Dak
Yes.
only played good when they got 20 points down.
no.
CD
Not
has
just
been
that.
CD. I've been watching CD since college. CD is that guy,
No, he's not.
and just like Amari Cooper Amari was happy to get up out of here because Dak can't throw. Nobody believes in Dak. Nobody on that
Amari
roster.
Cooper had his best year with Dak.
You think
Amari
anybody-
Cooper had his best year with Dak.
You think anybody ever called Troy Aikman a BAN? No.
Not because of Troy Aikman, because of the other players.
I'm just saying, do you think anybody has ever called Tom Brady that? Or you think anybody's ever called a good Cam Newton that? You think anybody's ever called a good quarterback that? Did they truly believe it? If you believe in the dude, you're not going to make that comment to him. You're going to call him that because you think he's that. And he's proven to be that.
So what is anybody on the Cowboy team proving?
Nobody believes in Dak. That's what they've
I don't
proven.
believe in
As soon as they went down 14,
Right
as soon as
now.
they went down 14, they knew
Right
that
now.
game was over.
Right now, I don't believe in not only Dak, I don't believe in our receivers.
I
I
believe
don't
in
believe
them.
in the O-line. I don't.
We got a decent guy delivering the ball to him. Yeah, I believe in him.
Well, how come Cook been in 4-3-4 teams? It ain't just Dak. The other teams didn't believe in Cook. Cook too little.
Nah.
Cook too little. Michael Gallup can't get open. The dude Talbot, I don't know where he come from. And CD, when the
CD
pressure's
balled out.
on, CD did not get open until it got down. And all the passes that you talking about, Dan bounced off CD hand. The defensive back was in CD's chest. CD didn't get open until they went to something.
When the ball was right here.
No, it wasn't. No, the DB was right in his
that
chest.
ball when he was going to cross that first drop when he was going to cross the field.
Go pull it up.
And Dak extending him too far his way, he was open. Like,
Nah. CD,
I gotta put a lot of
they
this on
run
Dak,
a lot
man.
of soft routes. Oh yeah, Dak ain't the
Dak
man,
weak.
but
Dak's
nobody
solid.
else has proved they the man either.
I
Nobody
mean,
else in this.
Statistically, CD is our best receiver of all time. Des Bryant says that he believes that CD Lamb will be the best number 88 ever.
The best numbers. Because it's a
passing
league now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm gonna say this right now. Right now, CD is the 4th best number 88 ever.
I'm saying Dez Bryant said that he believes when it's all said and done, CeeDee Lamb will be the best of all time.
He can't be because he won't have 3 Super Bowls. He can't be better than Michael Irvin because we going down there. Because I'm gonna stick with the rings. Because Michael Jordan. See, we switch it up. We say Barry Sanders better than Emmett, but Emmett got 3 rings. Barry ain't got none.
Yeah,
Barry ain't got none. Yeah. Michael Irvin got 3 rings, and if CD don't get 3, he can't be the best ever. I'm gonna stick to the ring thing.
Yeah, I love the ring thing.
I do too, and that's why Michael Jordan can't be the greatest because Bill Russell got 11 rings. If you're gonna go to the ring thing, Kareem got 6 rings too. So therefore,
he's switching all the way up.
No, I'm just saying if you're gonna go by rings, I'm going by rings. That's why. Yeah. I'm gonna take Emmett over Barry because there's nothing Barry did to prove he can win the Super Bowl. Emmett proved he can win the Super Bowl. He got 3. Michael Irvin won 3 Super Bowls. So right now, I would take Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, and Dez Bryant over CeeDee Lamb right now. Yeah. I would take either one of the 3 88s. He's the 4th best number 88. Not saying he's bad. And this is what I want you to understand. That if he's the 4th best, he can still be great.
That man throwing up that X said the CD gonna be the best of all time. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the man throwing up the X, he didn't win no playoff games. He
won. He got some, but he got some taken away. Did you see him on the pivot? That was one of the greatest interviews I've ever seen in my life.
Now, Dez all right.
That was one of the greatest interviews I've ever seen.
But I'm not gonna take Dez's opinion on who the greatest number 88.
Yeah.
Because he got to do a lot to be better than Mike.
Boy,
he got to do a lot to be better than Drew Pearson. Because this is the thing that people don't even know. Do you hear Hail Mary? Have you ever heard that in the game? He threw a Hail Mary.
Who?
No, I'm saying doing football.
Yeah.
Do you know where that came from?
No.
When Roger Staubach threw that pass to Drew Pearson, he caught it on his hip against Minnesota. That's the first. When they name a play after you, CD, or you get 3 rings, I'll put you over them. And then Drew Pearson got 2 rings also. So until you do that, you can't be better than
Come with me. Hail Mary.
Run quick, CD. Yeah, run quick.
And we're going to run up out of that topic because we know Dak is not the guy.
Another topic because I'm going to wear y'all out. Because the whole Cowboy team, like I say, all I can say, I'm going to send Dak out of here by himself. Hey. You're right. I'm going to send him out by
himself.
You going north, Dak. I'm going to send you north. Yeah. But as soon as you go north, I'm going to send Zach Martin west. I'm going to send D. Laws east.
Now, I want to keep those other guys.
No.
I want to keep those other guys.
You can go south because you ain't never here.
So let's look at this. So NFL wild card round.
Wild card.
Some good football. And notice this, right? These 5 quarterbacks showed up for their squads, didn't they? Yeah. We got a young buck in Houston.
He's a young guy.
Young buck in Houston. One more win, he tied with Dak.
Yeah. So is Jordan Love.
My God.
Win, he tied with Dak.
We was talking about Joe Flacco, Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco, and C.J. Stroud went out there and balled on him as a rookie.
C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love, they got the same amount of wins as Lamar. 1.
Well, Jordan Love been here just about as long as Lamar.
I mean, not Jordan Love. What about the Green Bay quarterback?
Yeah, that's Jordan Love.
He got 1 win, same way like Lamar.
Hey, I think he was drafted the same year as Lamar.
Got 1 win, just like Lamar.
Yep.
But they 1-0. Lamar 1-3. So that's a hot air.
I can't let you dog. I can't let you dog Lamar like that. Lamar cold, man.
And this
Lamar
is the
magical.
whole thing. I'm pulling for Lamar.
Yeah.
I want Lamar to win.
Yeah.
But he hasn't so far.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. But he has a new offensive coordinator, and he has weapons.
And I'm a little
nervous. Mark Andrews is back now. Mark Andrews played this week.
And I'm a little nervous this week because I don't want him to do it.
Hey, Lamar's not going to do a Dak because Lamar is that dude. He's a first-round pick for a reason. Right?
Absolutely.
Lamar, he can throw that ball and he can run that ball. He can do everything that Dak can't do.
All these guys up here are first-round picks. Dak the only one a 4th-round pick. He shouldn't even be in a conversation with these guys. And he's not.
And he absolutely is not. And that's why you keep saying Baker Mayfield. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. I'm going to bring up Baker. Baker's a winner.
These young quarterbacks are the guys that's better than them. Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud, they look like they better than the guys that's been around 7-8 years.
Oh yeah, they do. They're making very good decisions. Well, Jordan Love, like I said, Green Bay has done a great job of producing quarterbacks because they draft them and let them sit and learn.
Green Bay are developing their quarterbacks like people used to.
The way Dak should have been developed
like people
Tony Romo.
used to do. People used to get a quarterback and then let him sit 2, 3, sometimes 4 years behind a starter and then come in and he's ready to play. But now it's the microwave. Get in there and get it done.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes sat a year, behind Alex Smith. Got to watch, learn, came out and balled his first year. Josh Allen, he went right in there. C.J. Stroud went right in there. Jared Goff went right in there for L.A. Baker Mayfield went right in there. So, you're right. So it's microwave society, man. But it's also these guys they're throwing the ball in high school. They're already learning this spread offense.
Oh, absolutely.
And they learning, early. Much earlier than what it used to be like.
These guys now, by the time they get to college,
they ready.
They have practiced more than a guy like Roger Staubach did almost his whole life.
Yeah.
Roger Staubach never went to a 7-on-7.
Yeah, no doubt.
That wasn't even out back then.
You're right. Not even close. That didn't come out.
So these guys should be good by the time they get to the league. But until they actually do something in the league.
So what's Dak's excuse?
He's a 4th-round draft.
So Josh Allen.
Let me tell you what Dallas' whole problem is. It's hard for me to, but this is gonna sum it up. If you understand what I'm finna say.
Dak sucks.
No, this sums up Dallas' whole team. Michael Parsons led the league in what category?
I can't think of any.
He led the league in. It's a made up statistic.
Podcast?
No, he led the league in quarterback pressures.
Ooh, I got it.
You know what that means?
He got close.
He got close, but he didn't get there. That's Dallas' whole team. Y'all because close only count in 2 things, right? You know what that is?
Horseshoes
and hand grenades. Horseshoes and hand grenades. So that's Dallas' whole team. Y'all led the league in pressures, but you didn't get there. You led the league in quarterback touchdowns, Dak. You throw the most touchdowns, but you didn't do it in the playoffs.
So how'd you feel about that performance, Josh Allen had against Pittsburgh?
Oh, Josh Allen did the fool.
I don't know. That 52-yard run, I don't know how that dude got shook by that. They said it's a Barney Rubble shake.
No, you know what?
He's like,
you know what he did? See, because when he did that, they thought he was going to fall.
And slide.
So they let up. And then when they let up, he took off.
Yeah.
See, that's why.
That's a crazy rule, man.
Yeah, that's why it's hard on defensive players. That's why some of these guys, are these guys really that good, or are the rules making them look like they that good?
Hey, you gotta be able to take advantage of the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
He did that.
Yeah.
They banned that.
I'm not taking nothing away from Josh Allen because Josh Allen is a game changer.
He is a playmaker,
and he's also a turnover machine. And he just got above 500 in the playoffs. Yeah. He's 5-4 now.
Yeah.
So he just got out there. He just went somewhere. He been a hot air balloon all the time because he ain't going nowhere.
So they talking about Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin came out and said he's not leaving Pittsburgh. I would have loved to have him here. I think he'd be a great coach here in the Cowboys.
No, Mike Tomlin's not going to leave Pittsburgh because you know why? If he goes somewhere else, he won't be there for 2 years to get fired. Yeah. He'll coach Pittsburgh until he retires.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh haven't had one.
Three coaches.
And they came in the league in 60 what?
A long time ago.
It wasn't in the 50s. It was in the. They came. I think Pittsburgh may have came in the league after Dallas.
Yeah.
Or around the same time in the 60s.
Yeah.
So that's a long time to have
three coaches. Yeah, that's what, 70 years? 3 coaches in 70 years? He's secure.
At least 60
Mike Tomlin ain't going nowhere.
No, he's not going nowhere. And he would be foolish to leave Pittsburgh because he won't last nowhere else.
And I honestly didn't expect Buffalo to go in there and beat Pittsburgh like that.
I didn't either because Pittsburgh is another one. Their defense looked so strong.
Yeah, their defense was not.
But they
didn't show up. They didn't show up. I don't know if it was that cold or what, but they didn't show up.
And that's what I'm talking about. A bunch of sorry mofos. Yeah. We don't say mofos. We use other words. A bunch of sorry mofos playing against each other.
And then Patrick Mahomes, I had a feeling. That ain't Miami, and that ain't Miami climate. They was playing a -3. I saw somebody. They took a bottle of water out of the refrigerator and it froze up.
Yeah.
They said they kept the bottles of water in the fridge to keep them from freezing.
Yeah, because in the refrigerator you can keep them around 36 degrees, 35, they won't freeze. But when it's -0, you put it outside, it's going to freeze.
I tell you what, I didn't expect Tyreek Hill. You could tell Tyreek Hill has practiced with them boys before.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, cause Snead, that boy drove him in the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's how I like to play cornerback when I played back in the day.
Oh,
I ain't letting you get off the line, big dog.
It does.
You gonna have to fight to get off this line, bro.
Yeah.
Like straight up. And completely took him out of the game. They saying Tua was a front runner as well. We'll see what happens in Miami. And then C.J. Stroud, what he did to Cleveland was very impressive, man. That young
he made
buck.
Cleveland defense look average.
Man, and they're not. Cleveland's defense is really good, and he put up 40-plus points on them boys. You know? So C.J. Stroud, Houston, Texans, y'all got y'all a guy.
Hey, and then
I'm jealous here.
And then you know what? I wouldn't even mind seeing C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love playing Super Bowl.
I don't want to see Houston in the Super Bowl.
Houston.
Yeah, I got too many friends down there. I got too many friends down there talking smack.
I mean, I know.
But yeah,
more than likely they won't. But really, I really wouldn't. I really want Lamar to win the Super Bowl.
Jordan Love is really good too.
Yeah, Jordan Love is really good.
He's better than Dak.
Yeah.
He's better than Dak.
Yeah, he should be. He's
a
first round draft choice.
He's a really good. He's a really good quarterback. Come to find out. Come to find out. Jared Goff went out there and did what he did. I was very happy to see Jared Goff.
Yeah, because I really thought the Rams was going to beat them.
I did too. And it was a good game. That was probably the best game of the week. 24-23, wasn't it?
And you see the Rams, they got down by, 14-17?
Yeah.
They fought hard.
Yeah.
They fought back.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Detroit got some grit, man. Dan Campbell's doing a great job up there in Detroit.
Oh, yeah, he's doing a good. That's why
great job in Detroit.
I
Yeah,
wish we had him still.
I mean, we had him at tight end. We need to have him a head coach, or we need somebody equivalent, man. Like Jason Witten might be getting ready to come.
And then they got Mike Vrabel is out there.
Yeah.
I mean, but Jerry's not going to.
Mike Vrabel,
they found him.
Oh, Tennessee. Oh yeah.
I
don't want
But Jerry's
nobody.
not going to have a coach like that because he's not going to. Jerry don't want no strong-minded coach that's going to go against what he says.
Yeah, and I'm just not, I think that's an outdated style of football what they got going on.
Yeah.
Belichick, that Belichick tree, I ain't with them boys. And it's proven that most guys that come from that Belichick tree don't win.
Don't
they don't win. They don't do very well. So I don't want Vrabel. I don't want Belichick, man. If y'all talking about bringing somebody, I want Mike McCarthy here. But if y'all are talking about bringing somebody here, we need to go after Jim Harbaugh, in my opinion.
I think they ought to get some. I mean, like all these teams got these young, fresh-minded guys. Young. We might need to get somebody with a fresh mind.
Yeah, no doubt.
Still one of these retreads.
No doubt. I wouldn't mind going out there getting the Mike Norvell. You know what I'm saying? Got some innovative offense and solid defense. Know what to do.
Because it's one thing that all these retread coaches, do you know about them?
Would you bring Prime Time here to Dallas?
No.
Prime. He ain't ready. He don't want it.
Prime wouldn't come.
He good for the kids.
Yeah, and grown men don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Grown men, you can impress 19, 20-year-old with
all that. No
doubt. Just like I told you, I was going to talk to you quick, but not slick. You can't. Grown men don't want to hear all that slick.
Yeah. No doubt.
They're going to talk to you slick. Yeah, but he might not talk that quick.
He great at shaping kids, man.
Yeah, but he's not. Grown men don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no doubt. But should be a great, round 2 in the playoffs. Even though the Cowboys didn't make it because we weren't good enough. Obviously, shouldn't have expected that, man. I'm mad at myself for raising my expectations.
Yeah, you know what?
Because typically I don't believe in Dak, and y'all know that.
This is one of the very few years that I have really said, okay, this might be the. I mean, because things were happening different. Dak led the league in passing touchdowns. He never came close. CD led the league in receptions, no yards. So receptions.
Receptions, yeah.
So I was like, okay, this maybe something have changed. Nah, nothing changed.
Nope, nothing. Same result, man.
Same result. That's why I'm lumping them right in there with Tony Romo.
So,
and I was ready for Tony to go. So if you say get Dak out of here, all I can say is,
hey, please don't be an insane Cowboy fan, man.
No.
And all you Dak lovers out there, y'all are the problem, is all I'm saying. But this next round in the playoffs, it's going to be a great game, man. C.J. Stroud and Lamar Jackson. We got a rookie quarterback. I'm sorry. Yeah, rookie quarterback and rookie coach going against John Harbaugh and Lamar. That's going to be a solid game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a solid game.
I expect Baltimore to come out of this thing.
Yeah, I do too.
But
after last
obviously
weekend,
we don't know.
But after last weekend, I want Baltimore to come out. I'm pulling for Lamar. Lamar, I want you to be an airplane, not hot air balloon.
Man, me too, man. Me too.
I really do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like C.J. Stroud because he's young and he's balling, but I want Lamar to just because Lamar get a lot of stuff said about him.
Yeah.
That's just probably not true.
Yeah, absolutely.
But and I'm just joking. Lamar is a baller, and I want him to win. I want Lamar to win the Super Bowl so they can quit saying
get
all
off
these
his back.
different negative connotations about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pulling for you, Lamar. I want you to be a 757. I want you to be the big plane. I don't even want you to be a little prop plane, a crop duster or nothing. I want you to be the big plane. Fly around halfway around the world before you need some gas. I want you to be the big plane, and I want you to beat my homeboy, Patrick, my homeboy. I want you. Now I don't want Josh Allen to beat my homeboy.
Mahomes is from Texas, baby. So I got to stick with my Texas boys. You're a Florida boy. I love you. You know what I'm saying? So I want Lamar to win a Super Bowl, but I just can't say I want him to beat Patrick Mahomes. Just straight up. If he beats Patrick Mahomes,
the only way you can win, he got to beat Patrick Mahomes. He got to beat the team that beat Patrick.
So that's what I want to ask you. Okay, so we're gonna run through this thing like we did last week, right?
Yeah.
We weren't.
I'm taking Kansas City.
You picked Kansas City last week.
I'm taking Kansas City till somebody beat them.
You're going to take Kansas City over Buffalo.
Right.
Last week you took the Browns over the Texans, and Texas came out prevalent. Right? I did too. Last week you took Pittsburgh over Buffalo, and I did too. And we both lost that one. So who you taking in this Baltimore and Texans game? Who you got?
I'm gonna ride with my heart. I'm gonna take Baltimore. I'm riding with my heart.
Yeah.
But my mind is a little scared.
Yeah.
My mind is kind of twisted on
it's
that.
Iffy.
But my heart is with you, Lamar. I want you to win.
Yeah.
I want you to be an airplane, not a hot air balloon. So I'm gonna pick Baltimore.
And we know you got Kansas City in that Buffalo game. So Green Bay and San Francisco, who you got?
It's in San Francisco, but I'm going to go again with my heart. I want Green Bay to beat San Francisco.
Yeah.
I do not like San Francisco at all.
Yeah.
Now, I like the old guys. I'm going to say it like this.
John Taylor.
I like them because of their talent. But as a team, all that, I don't like them at all as a team. But for their greatness, I like them for their greatness.
Yeah.
But
Joe Montana.
Yeah. So I want Green Bay. I mean, because that's a hard choice.
You want Green Bay? You think Green Bay gonna win?
You know what? Because
we put money on this a cajillion dollars on this game. Who's gonna win it?
Oh, if I got to put money, I'm picking San Francisco.
Okay.
But in my heart, I'm picking Green Bay. Because this is the whole thing, and I would really be nervous. Even for money, because Green Bay, Jordan Love look good.
That's the youngest team in the NFL.
Yeah, and a lot of time young is good because
they're
not even mature enough to even know
how big this moment is.
This a big moment.
Yeah.
So that may be a good thing. And the Cowboys was real young when they went on their run.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
I'm gonna pick Green Bay.
Hey, that's a scary thing if Green Bay is that good and that young.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing.
And if they get by, if they can beat San Francisco at home, everybody gonna have problems with them boys.
Yeah, so you picking Green Bay in that one?
I want Green Bay, so I'm gonna pick them. I'm not gonna pick against Green Bay.
All right, and then we got Tampa Bay and the Lions. So you got
the Lions all day. Tampa Bay
all day?
Yeah, Lions all day. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, huh?
Yeah.
No brainer.
No brainer.
Wow. And Tampa Bay's defense been rocking
against lesser opponents.
They
got their 9 wins against lesser opponents.
Now that Philly's a lesser opponent, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out.
Well, I didn't. Well, last week I picked Philly. You know, because I didn't. I'm gonna tell you like this.
They put up 9 points against them boys. 9.
That's ridiculous.
9.
And you know, Baker is a little of a bit of a hot dog. If you get that mustard,
I love Baker.
You know, if you get that mustard off of Baker, oh, I like.
Hey, where you at, Baker? Go get it, Baker.
And you know, the one thing I like about Baker is his cockiness.
Yeah.
But his results are a little shaky in the pros.
Yeah, no
So,
doubt.
You know,
Well,
but going against. Yeah, Detroit. I got Detroit. Because I think Detroit got an overall better team.
I think that's the toughest game to pick.
And actually,
Well, I say that.
Detroit should have beat the Cowboys.
It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. So, my picks, I got Baltimore. Ooh, that Buffalo Kansas City game, man.
I'm just picking Kansas City on history.
Like I want, like my heart. My heart is telling me Kansas City, but my head is telling me Buffalo.
Where they gonna be playing at?
They playing in Kansas City.
That's what I thought.
But it don't matter because they both of them spots iced out.
No, it's gonna be a little hometown flag or two.
Yeah, it's gonna be some flags now. No doubt about that.
Hometown flag or two.
No doubt about that. But I just
And then plus you gotta realize that if the game is close, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theory guy, but if the game is close, I'm gonna say it like this: Patrick Mahomes is the face of the league.
yeah, no doubt. $500 million man.
So
Right
he
there.
go. So if it's come down close, if the game closes and they get a flag or two here or there, don't be surprised.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
But and I don't I don't like Josh Allen for more than one reason. Now
Yeah,
talent.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on
like
that.
Josh Allen talent wise, but his attitude and some other things I don't like. Josh
I'm with you on that. So I mean, my head is telling me Buffalo, my heart telling me Kansas City. I'm gonna go with Kansas City though.
You know, and then Josh
Based
Allen,
off the fact that they just
he'll live front runner too. When he get hot, he'll climb.
Yeah.
When he get hot now, when he throw 2-3. And he been a couple of weeks.
Hey, when he throw 2, he might throw 4.
Yeah.
He might throw
He
5.
been a couple of weeks without throwing interceptions, so
He do?
Yeah,
He do for it.
2.
Yeah, I
do
feel you on
for
that.
two.
I feel you on that. And then I got to go with San Francisco in that Green Bay game. Like I got to go with San Francisco in that game. And then, like, you know,
Man, I want Green Bay so bad. I want Green
Detroit is just Detroit. Like, the Browns is the Browns. Like my boy Juju say, Detroit is Detroit, bro.
Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay.
I would love to
Tampa
see
Bay is Tampa Bay.
they want to reach the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
With the great manager of all time.
Absolutely, they had Brady, but they did win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me. It's hard for me. More than that, it's hard for me to go with Detroit.
Well, let me tell you like
Just
this.
based off history,
Okay.
it's hard for me to go with Detroit.
Let me give you some recent history. You know, the Cowboys beat Tampa Bay last year to play out. So that's all I'm saying. If the Cowboys, if the Cowboys can beat you in the playoffs, that make me a little suspect.
You know, Philly beat Tampa Bay earlier this year.
Yeah, they did.
Beat them bad, too.
Yeah, they did. They did.
You know, so Tampa Bay is a different team.
Oh yeah, because Baker. This is one thing about Baker. Baker believe he can do it, and that's the main thing. Once you believe you can do it, and that's the thing with Dallas, I don't think they really believe.
They don't believe in Dak. Now that defense,
It's a lot of them they don't believe in. I don't think none of them believe in each other.
I don't think they believe in Dak. But Tampa Bay's defense is the truth. I do know that much. So that's why I'm picking Tampa Bay in this game against Detroit. I would love to see Detroit win. It's a feel-good story. They blue and silver, kind of feel like home, you know. But Kansas City is my home team because that's the Dallas Texans. So that's like that's a Dallas squad going. So, but I got to go with Tampa Bay in this one, man. But
and that's why I pull for Kansas City all the time because I've been liking Kansas City, you know, ever since they left Dallas.
yeah,
Actually, when I was a little boy and they left Dallas, I wish it was the Cowboys that left. For real. I
Straight
really did.
up?
I wanted the
Wow.
Cowboys. I was like, Kansas City. I was like, the Texans leaving? You know, I was real small, but I wanted the Texans to stay. I want Dallas to go.
and now the Texans in Houston in the playoffs, and Dallas. I mean, I guess the
that's
Texans
a-
stayed
yeah.
and the Cowboys didn't win. That kind of got your wish in 2024, but unfortunately, we're gonna keep this thing moving.
Uh-oh.
Did you see Kyrie and Timmy go off for 83 points the other night?
Oh, yeah, when Luka was out?
Yeah, Kyrie hit 42. My boy Tim Hardaway Jr. went for 41. Boy hit 9 3-pointers in that game.
They got the ball.
What say you about these Dallas Mavericks and their potential of winning the NBA championship this year, based off the roster as it currently stands?
I don't trust them.
You don't trust them?
No.
I agree with that statement.
I mean,
100%.
you know, Kyrie's
Kyrie.
yeah, Kyrie got a lot of talent, but Kyrie got a lot of stuff going on with it, and you just never know when something's gonna surface. You know?
Well, I mean, that's that media though. That's that media bringing that kind of stuff to attention. I don't know if Kyrie truly has those issues. If Kyrie had them issues and all that stuff going on with him, I don't think he would have signed with Dallas. I don't think he would have wanted to be in such a, you know.
Well, he's trying to adjust himself because, you know, he didn't want to play with LeBron, so he left. He forced his way out of there.
Yep.
Then he didn't want to play with Tatum and Brown. Forced his way out of there.
I just don't think he wanted to play in the city of Boston. And I've heard a lot of people say they want to play in the city of Boston.
Yeah, Boston is really bad.
Yeah, it's not the most cultural town.
Yeah, you know, Bill Russell didn't go back for 40 or 50 years once he retired.
Yeah, a lot
he
of
just
people
went back in the 90s all the time.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like Torrey Hunter, said that's the only city he wouldn't play in was Boston.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of racism going on up there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Kyrie, he's real.
But he blamed it on, blamed it on Tatum and Brown that they weren't ready.
He ain't got nothing.
And then he went to Brooklyn and played with James Harden, and he wasn't happy there either. So.
But that's three dudes. I mean, James Harden is trash if you ask me. KD, he ain't a leader. He don't want it. You know.
And I'm not sure Kyrie is either.
You know, Kyrie got a championship, and he was a sniper in that championship. You know, he's the one that put the nail in the coffin for Cleveland, hitting that three in Steph's eye. You know, if you remember. I love Kyrie.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if. Dwight
well, he
Powell.
He put the final nail where LeBron had put all the other ones.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, he hit it. I mean, but he, you know, this is the whole thing with sports now, especially basketball. These guys have a hard time playing with each other.
Yeah,
we used to didn't see that.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, you saw it every now and then, but. You know, because in these days and times,
players rule the league now.
But in these days and times, with the mentality that the players have, I don't know if Magic and Kareem and James Worthy could have played together now.
I mean,
you know, I'm just saying,
or they would have won all the championships.
Yeah, and then you know, I mean, that's what I'm saying
because they can't play together.
Players won't sacrifice to win anymore.
Everybody won't shine
because it's about. And this is the thing, you can't really blame them because if I sacrifice and let you be the star, you're going to get $280 million, I'm going to get 60.
And we all on the same team.
So rather than me sacrificing my game, I'm going to try to shine too. So at least when it's my time, I get $170 million.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about money now.
Yeah,
and I can't, you know, because back in the day, you know, it wasn't that kind of, it was some millions, but not hundreds of millions like that. So these players now, they're like, why should I?
Well, that's what the NBA wants. That's why they have it set up that way. If you're a first team, all pro or all NBA, you got this benchmark of money, and it goes on so they don't want to be first team if they got the ability.
So who wants to be Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan when it's going to cost you $100 million?
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
So that's what it's all about. It's about the money. Yeah. So I'm not sure if these players gonna really sacrifice because they looking for their next big payday.
Yeah. True. So,
but the Mavericks, we'll see. I mean, because Kyrie, I don't trust him, and Luka stay on the ball a lot.
Luka's a dog though.
Yeah, but he stay on the ball so much.
Yeah.
And that's why Kyrie and Hardaway got 40 when he wasn't there.
Yeah,
because they had a chance to get the ball.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, so I'm not sure. I want the Mavericks to do good. You know, I haven't. I already had me a basketball team when the Mavericks came into existence. So it's hard for me to say, oh, I don't like that team no more. I like the Mavericks.
So who's your squad?
The Lakers have been my squad forever.
Let's go.
And it's the whole thing. The Lakers broke my heart as a child. coming up watching Jerry West.
Watching them lose to themselves.
Yeah, watching them lose to themselves. And then once they got past then one year they didn't have to face the Sixers, they had to face New York, and then New York got them. I was like, oh, my.
Oh, yeah. Man, you've been dealing with a life of heartbreaking sports.
Yeah, because you
messing
know,
with these
Jerry
Lakers and
West,
these Cowboys.
because you know Jerry West lost to Boston 7 times.
Yes.
7 times in the finals.
Yes. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's tough. But, hey, I'm an 80s baby, and they was balling in them 80s.
Oh yeah. And then, but when Magic and Shaq and all them came along, and they evened the odds a little bit. We got the Celtics back, so.
Brought it back, baby.
Yeah,
hey, so we
yeah.
gotta kick it, watch the Lakers game.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Laker guy. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a Mavericks guy too. Over
Oh
the
yeah, I
Lakers
like
when
the
they play
Mavericks,
each other.
but then the Lakers are gonna always be my favorite team.
So when they play each other, you root for the Lakers?
Yeah.
I root for the hometown squad. I
mean,
got to. Just I feel like I have to.
I mean,
but I love the Lakers.
That's the only.
That's one of them bittersweet moments.
Yeah,
you know
that's the only time I. Now I'm gonna tell you this: when Mavericks played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, when they had Mark Aguirre, Roe Blackman, and Derek Harper, thought the Mavericks had the lead, but the score was tied, and he dribbled the clock out. I did want the Mavericks to win that series.
Oh my God!
Derek Harper dribbled it. No, I think the game was tied, and then it went to overtime, and then the Lakers won. Something like that.
Yeah.
But he dribbled the clock. One of those J.R. Smith moves.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a J.R. Smith moment right there.
Derek Harper did that against the Lakers.
Wow.
When they had Roe Blackman. See, and this is the thing that people don't realize. The Mavericks got to the Western Conference Finals, I think 2 or 3 times, but they just couldn't get past the Lakers.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because Marcus.
Like I said, I had my Laker poster on the wall with my Maverick sticker on
and
my
then
Laker
once Mark
poster.
Aguirre couldn't win the championship over here, he got traded to Detroit,
yeah.
and then he won over there.
Yep. That sounds like DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah,
But going to the Broncos.
absolutely.
But yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's starting to feel like basketball season a little bit now. The closer we get to the end of football season, the closer we get to basketball season, even though they've been going for 3 months.
Basketball really don't pick up to January, February.
Yeah, straight up. That's just what it is. Till football season's over with, really.
Yeah.
So. But great job, Kyrie.
Yeah,
and,
great job,
Tim.
Kyrie. And
Timmy,
I
need you to be more
Mavericks
consistent.
do
Is all
good.
I'm saying. I just need Timmy Hardaway Jr. to be more consistent with that shot.
Yeah. And it's hard to be consistent when you don't get the shots.
That boy be,
when one game you get 12 shots,
house.
next game you get 4. It's hard to be consistent. Now, if you get your shots all the time
and get in rhythm,
you can get in the rhythm.
But moving on. Zay Green, watch. Oh man, she took her first SWAC loss.
Who did you lose to?
Texas Southern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if I don't know what was going on. I think she was 1 for 10 in that game. It's a bad game. Scored 2 points. I don't know if she got hurt. I don't know what. Probably drew a lot of attention to her.
Yeah, and then
I don't know.
Yeah, and then TSU is one of my favorite schools, man.
Really?
Yeah, my wife got a master's degree from TSU.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Auntie Pam. Yeah, she got a master's degree from TSU.
Auntie Pam got that dub the other day.
Matter of fact, Holland too. My daughter. As a matter of fact, they got their master's degree at the same time.
Oh wow, that's pretty dope.
That was a good moment for their family.
Yeah,
mom and daughter. My wife went to. She had been on her master's degree for years, and then her and Holland, my daughter, went to college, went to TSU, and they both came out with their masters.
That's dope. Well, I can't be too mad about that loss.
Yeah, I
knowing I got some ties to it.
Oh yeah. Like I say, I hate Zay took that loss, but if it had to be to anybody, at least it was the TSU.
Yeah, it was the TSU.
Yeah,
and then she was supposed to play against PV, and for whatever reason, the game got postponed the other day, probably due to weather, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I believe they play against Grambling State coming up. But
now she can give PV the business.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where my sister went. Got her bachelor's and Steven and my niece. They all went to PV.
Yeah, we got ties with PV too. But
Carl played dominoes out there for a semester. You know what I'm saying? Came home to the crib. So we got some PV ties.
Come on, we're going to give more credit to Domino. Carl, you didn't want to play dominoes out there, Carl.
Carl was playing dominoes at PV, you know what I'm saying? And sipping on that lean, baby. But so did you see this in the news? Fab Five finally got back together in Michigan after 30 years.
You know what the problem was?
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber was the problem.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they finally got back together, man, at 30 years. Plano East, baby. You know Texas on that map. Jimmy King.
Say, man, that boy got the snub, man. Jimmy King should have went pro, too,
Absolutely should have been pro.
Man, I see, and that's what you talk about, sacrificing your game.
Yeah, man.
He sacrificed his game for the team, and now it cost him.
And that boy could ball.
Yeah, Jimmy King could ball.
That boy
all
could
them
ball.
boys really, because what's the other guy?
I think Jackson. I think he got the lead. Yeah,
he got a couple.
I think all of them went to the league, but Jackson. But Jimmy King.
Yeah,
and I always wondered why Jimmy King didn't get to the league.
Me
that
too.
boy was cold at Michigan. He was cold in Dallas, of course.
Yeah,
but he was.
Yeah,
he was one of the Fab Five.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I'm glad they finally put their differences behind them, man. Because I'm saying, those young men came together and they changed the culture of basketball.
And it wasn't no differences. Chris Webber was just mad because he called that timeout against Duke.
No, they had the, the guy that supposedly gave him the money.
Yeah.
And everybody else kind of dodged it or whatever, but Chris Webber
took it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no. They all took the money.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. They were all poor kids going to the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
Now here come a guy gonna buy you some new tennis shoes and give you $100 when you hungry.
Let me get that.
So and then and
now it's NIL.
Yeah,
none of that stuff matters anymore.
Yeah, none of that stuff matters. And and Chris Webber, all the guys, I don't even know the man's name, but all of them loved him.
Yeah.
Chris Webber threw him under the bus. And that was the problem. Chris Webber like, oh yeah, he gave us money, he bribed us and blah, blah, blah. All the rest of them was like, no, he bought me some shoes. I needed some shoes,
He didn't realize the damage he was doing to cause.
And then he didn't want to take
and that's probably what kept Jimmy King out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, they got to take it out on somebody.
Yeah. And
but I'm glad they got back together.
Yeah, man. Them boys, they
changed the culture.
Absolutely. Hey,
man.
They changed.
They changed everything. They changed how the people wear their uniforms.
Baggy shorts, black socks.
Yeah, the black socks and all that. Nobody.
They had everybody wearing.
They had everybody.
Black Nike socks.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't hoop, and I was wearing black Nike socks.
I was a grown man. Because of Michigan. I was a grown man playing in a recreational league.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? But I was playing with some younger guys. They were a little younger than me, so they said it was a place over on Jefferson that sold uniforms. We all chipped in our money. And we sent a couple of young guys over there to get the uniforms. They came back.
Yes, sir.
These my shorts.
Yeah. Hey, thankful
They came back with the big shorts.
Thankful,
because I was used to the shorts like Magic.
Them John Stocktons.
Yeah, I was
them draws. Boss was hooping in draws.
And then when they came back with them, I had to get used to playing in them because when you make your moves, they be
too much
flapping. So I had to get used to
balling
that style.
Yeah. So do you prefer the short shorts? But you ran track too, though, in them short shorts.
Yeah.
He wears short shorts.
And then it's the whole thing.
Oh, got there in them short shorts, them nut
And
cutters.
then when you come in with then after they came with the short shorts, they came with the tights.
Yeah.
So he was like, do I switch from short shorts to go to tights?
Them huggers.
Yeah, but
we're going to either them cutters or them huggers, dog.
Everybody was doing that.
Yeah.
And it took a while. And actually,
it's still
the
here.
shorts that they wear now is kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
They're not as big as they used to be,
and
but they're not them old short shorts.
Boys, look at them boys, them Days of Deuce on. Boys had them Days of Deuce on. Hey, them John, I call them John Stockton.
Oh, yeah.
John Stockton, them bad boys, he couldn't wear no boxer briefs. Them bad boys be hanging out.
No. He had to wear jockstrap.
I can't do them short shorts. I can't even wear shorts around the house.
That's what we wore. That's what we wore.
Yeah.
It gave you like I said, when I started playing those big shorts, I had to get used to it. I'm over here, my shorts are still foo-foo. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I had to get used to it, but I did.
They brought hip hop to college, basically.
Yeah,
they was perfectly in line with hip hop, being rebellious, wearing the black socks, wearing the black sneakers, right? Because a lot of colleges were wearing white sneakers in the team color. They came on that black on black and them baggy shorts, and them boys was balling.
And they brought
they brought a little so bad.
And they brought a little semi playground style.
Yeah.
They brought a little playground.
Yeah.
To to the hardwood.
Well, I think the first squad to do that was UNLV with Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon and
They was.
You know?
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
They
was the truth.
That playground.
UNLV was the truth, but they had them short shorts on.
They had Hunt and
was my boy Anderson? Not Anderson. It was Anderson, wasn't it? The point guard. Yeah.
The one that after he became
Anthony. Greg Anthony.
Yeah, Greg Anthony. And then they had Hart.
Yeah.
They had Stacey Augmon.
Larry Johnson.
All those guys went to the pros.
Yeah.
And it was did they have Graham? No, Graham was at another school.
And Tarkesian.
Yeah.
Running that bad boy.
The chart.
Yeah,
showing
man.
On the tile. That was a good old day.
Yeah. That was some fun times, man. Yeah. But both of them lost to the hood beaters. That's what we call them.
But UNLV
Duke
had beat Duke the year before.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
And I think
Michigan couldn't get them.
Yeah, I think they took Duke
I can't stand Duke for that reason.
I can't either.
I never liked Grant Hill for that reason. I know anybody that came through Duke, I just couldn't even like it, dog.
My little old semi-list.
Well,
Duke boy.
Well, he didn't play all season until
he signed
the playoffs. Yeah, he did. That's why I give Kyrie a little leeway.
Yeah,
he ain't no dude. He was there.
I don't like.
He was there because he had to be. But I ain't no man. I can't. I can't rock with them Duke. I'm North Carolina and Michigan.
Duke had a lot of guys that flopped in the NBA.
Yeah, they did.
A bunch of them.
Yeah, they did.
Bunch of them.
I think
Grant Hill and
Christian Laettner wasn't even the truth.
No, Christian Laettner
he flopped. Too. Yeah.
Grant Hill was the first one that really went in the league
and did something.
Did like he did at Duke.
Yeah, Carlos Boozer, I think, was another one that did something.
Yeah.
But, I can't name too many Duke guys that just balled out. That shows how good Coach K was because he maximized that talent, man.
Oh, yeah.
Coach K was the truth. But, early in the 90s, he didn't do too much in these 2000s.
Well, this whole thing. Coach K didn't change the young men did.
Mm-hmm.
They don't listen like they used to.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
going to say it like that.
And on that note, I believe that is the last topic of the day.
That's the last topic of the day?
The last topic of the day, man.
Yeah.
I know we got a late start, and we appreciate y'all hanging in there with us, man.
Yeah,
hey, we're going to have Doc in the building next time so we don't have this catastrophe that took place with Zoom, man. Technology, I don't know what it was, but appreciate you, Doc, for hanging in there with us, man, for about 45 to 50 minutes while we try to get this thing figured out. But we will have him back on the show in the building. Looking forward to it. And we will be back next week, and we're looking forward to that as well. You got something to say to him, Monk?
All I can say is to the Cowboy fans out there, walk around the block and woosah a little bit.
Yeah, hey, we still winners around here. We got 5 of them. Yeah. We got 5 of them. So
we got 5, and that's what we trying to get these other people. We trying to get 6 before they get 1. Some of these other